Thursday, August 27th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. A lot to talk about, and I'm going to spend a lot of time in this edition of the video discussing Erika and some of its eventual possibilities. So let's start off with a look at the mountain temperatures this morning, and all of us enjoying some really pleasant conditions once you get, say, through the I-85 corridor and through much of the Piedmont and the foothills and up into the mountains. Look at all those 50s for current mountain temperatures. Really very nice stuff up that way. And yesterday was a beautiful day for many spots, again in the western and central parts of North Carolina. Now, as you got down into parts of South Carolina and coastal North Carolina, pretty active with some showers and thunderstorms, but the air mass much drier here across the Triad, the Triangle, and parts of the Triangle, and certainly the Charlotte viewing areas. Look at these highs yesterday around the Triad. Lower 80s. Charlotte, it was mid-80s and some low 80s up in the northern part of the viewing area. Just a great day, and it's a really nice feeling start to the day in those areas I just mentioned this morning. 5 a.m. hour temperatures, really nice out there around the I-85 corridor this morning. Still along the coast, it's unsettled. Some showers and thunderstorms over that way here as this Thursday's beginning. And again today, there's going to be some shower and thunderstorm opportunities over that way. And it's still quite muggy. These are the dew point temperatures, and to the south and east of that frontal boundary, it's still quite humid. But on the north and west side of the front, the lower humidity value is in place, and that's going to be the case here for the next couple of days as well. You notice through the day, those dew points staying pretty low. So another low humidity type of day today across the region, while areas near the coast could continue to see some shower and storm chances. Here's the high resolution modeling, and again, you notice the areas closer to the coast will pick up the chances of some showers and storms again, but Charlotte and Triad, it'll be a dry, beautiful day. Here's your highs. Look at that. Really nice stuff across the region. More great weather coming up for Friday. In fact, even the coastal parts of the Carolinas begin to get a taste of some of that drier air, at least just a bit. Same deal for Saturday. Pretty nice weather overall across the region for Friday and Saturday. There's your Friday highs. Here comes Saturday's highs. And I do think by Sunday we begin to see moisture increasing, and I need to bring back in the opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms starting later Sunday. Thereafter, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, our weather will almost entirely depend on the eventual track of Erika. So let's get into the tropical update. Erika has strengthened a bit overnight as it's continued to now move into the northeastern Caribbean. It is basically moving through those northeastern Caribbean islands as we speak, or as I'm cutting this video this morning. It is still a sheared system. The center of circulation is located just north of Guadalupe there, and so you notice a lot of the deeper convection is lopsided off to the southeast side of the system. But let me give you the 5 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center. It is centered, again, just a little bit north of Guadalupe. Pressure is up to 1,003 millibars. I believe it was down to 1,001 a little bit earlier in the night. Winds up to 50 miles per hour. Now, let me show you the spaghetti charts on this. There's been a little bit of a right-hand shift since the time I cut the video yesterday morning. And you're now looking at a consensus track that's in this general region eventually. Now, there's some notable exceptions, like the European model tracks it right up into Florida. And I'll show you a couple of the other model charts here in just a second. Let me give you the intensity graphics here. And I still think due to shear, the prospects for significant strengthening over the next couple of days are small. However, assuming it survives, as the system gets up near the Bahamas, it'll be a much more conducive environment for strengthening. The water temperatures are very warm. The upper level pattern will become more favorable, and this thing could take off in intensity as it gets up toward the Bahamas and near or off the Florida coast. Here's the official Hurricane Center forecast track on this. General west-northwest motion up into the Bahamas this weekend. From there, near or just east of the Florida coast, as you get into Sunday night and Monday, and then a bend to the north from there. And that's the end of the 5-day forecast period from the National Hurricane Center. Track-wise, a pretty good analog for this system is probably Hurricane David. Now, David was much more intense as it moved through the northeastern Caribbean Sea. It was actually up to Category 5 intensity there. This is in 1979, by the way. Interacted with Hispaniola, greatly weakened. But then as it moved through the Bahamas and near the Florida coast, re-strengthened back to a Category 2 hurricane, and then made an eventual landfall on the upper Georgia coast and moved up through the interior Carolinas from there. That is a possible track scenario, one of many. Let me show you a couple of the specific model charts here. Now, this is an image from the 0Z run of the GFS. This is from Weatherbell, by the way. And it takes a track here into the South Carolina coast eventually. And actually, from that point in time, it's just a very slow movement up here into the interior parts of North Carolina. And really, if you're looking for drought relieving kind of rains in a drought relieving kind of scenario, the 0Z GFS was that scenario, a slow moving, decaying tropical system that drops some good rain totals. In fact, there are the rain totals from the 0Z run of the GFS. And again, that would be just what the doctor ordered for the drought conditions. But that is just one of many, many scenarios. Let me give you another scenario here. And that is the Canadian. And look at that. It cranks this thing into a beast as it then approaches the North Carolina coast. This is Tuesday night. This is a significant hurricane approaching the North Carolina coast. And, this is going to be one of those deals here where it's going to be really tough to nail down a landfall point because you're probably going to be looking at a scenario here. Whoop, sorry about that. You're going to be looking at a scenario here where this is bending to the northwest, and you could have a landfall anywhere from the Florida coast, and it's going to wind up moving probably fairly parallel to the Florida coast. So anywhere from Florida up into the Georgia or the Carolina coast eventually. These are all going to be possibilities, and we're just going to have to continue to refine the forecast and nail it down as we move forward. Remember, tropical updates on Time Warner Cable News at 21 and 51 minutes past every hour. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.